This is the backstory. Comes to set, reviews the dailies, the raw footage, whatever that was shot today, reviews the script, and then he goes into his trailer, allegedly. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't want to be involved in real drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument? We don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from said that they worked on the set of It Ends With Us, okay? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively, it's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds. And now I look at him and I just go, how did I not?
Is Ryan Reynolds the hidden mastermind behind a Hollywood fiasco that nobody saw coming? Rumors are swirling that the real drama on the set of It Ends With Us might involve more than just Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal battles. Some insiders are pointing fingers at Ryan Reynolds. Yes, the same Ryan we've all laughed with in big-budget comedies, and claiming he's been stirring up trouble behind the scenes. But is he truly the secret villain in this story? Or is it all part of a massive PR war spiraling out of control? This saga has exploded into one of the most talked about Hollywood controversies in recent memory. We have accusations of on-set tension, allegations of unwanted behavior, and jaw-dropping lawsuits that seem to multiply faster than the rumors themselves. There's even buzz that Taylor Swift's star power might be caught in the crossfire. And if that isn't enough, political commentator Candace Owens claims she has an inside source pointing directly to Ryan Reynolds as the real instigator.
Evident to me that she was likely under the influence. This is the backstory. Comes to set, reviews the dailies, the raw footage, whatever that was shot today, reviews the script, and then he goes into his trailer, allegedly. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't want to be involved in real drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument? We don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin.
Today, we're diving headfirst into the swirling details, both the confirmed facts and the wildest speculations making headlines. Buckle up, because this story is way more than just another celebrity spat. We're talking about potentially career-altering revelations, giant lawsuit figures, and a possible behind-the-scenes puppet master who could topple everything. Let's get to the bottom of it, together. Let's start by talking about It Ends With Us. This film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel was supposed to be the next big thing, a romantic drama showcasing raw emotional depth, starring none other than Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Fans were thrilled to see a beloved book brought to life, especially with such a star-studded cast. Meanwhile, the film's promotional campaign was building hype online. The storyline, centering on a complicated romance, initially attracted a wave of excitement on social media. For a while, it seemed like a recipe for blockbuster success, but then everything took a sharp turn. Whispers of on-set disagreements started leaking out. At first, it seemed like typical Hollywood rumor mill chatter, maybe a clash in creative visions or a disagreement about script revisions. However, as more details began to surface, the drama took on a life of its own. Suddenly, fans found themselves glued to every snippet of insider info popping up online. Some said that Justin Baldoni was overshadowed by Blake Lively's star power. Others claimed that the pair's on-set chemistry was so intense that it sparked off-screen tension. But the real shock came when allegations emerged that Lively and Baldoni weren't simply clashing in a standard way. There were accusations of inappropriate behavior, overshadowing, and even a potential attempt to push Baldoni off the project. Then came the notion that Ryan Reynolds himself might be behind certain production meddling. The speculation was bizarre and unexpected. Why would a star as well-liked as Reynolds get tangled in behind-the-scenes chaos for a romantic drama he wasn't headlining? Nevertheless, fans started to connect the dots, pointing to sightings of Reynolds on set and rumored blowouts with production staff. As the hype turned into scandal, the rumor mill kicked into overdrive. Media outlets and fan pages were exploding with theories, from plausible to downright outlandish. At this point, It Ends With Us wasn't just a film adaptation. It was a full-blown media circus. And that's precisely where things stand right now, with everyone asking, how did we get here? And who's really pulling the strings? In the eye of the storm are Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, who allegedly started off as enthusiastic collaborators on It Ends With Us. Lively's involvement brought immediate star power, while Baldoni, already known for his role in Jane the Virgin and for directing other successful projects, was expected to deliver a heartfelt, authentic adaptation of Hoover's novel. But that initial optimism quickly disintegrated. Lively filed formal complaints, some reports say with a civil rights office, claiming that Baldoni crossed lines on set, from making inappropriate comments to pressuring her during certain intimate scenes. Fans who'd been eagerly awaiting the film were stunned. Lively's allegations aren't minor. If proven, they point to serious professional and personal misconduct. In response, Baldoni fired back with a countersuit that some media outlets claim is in the ballpark of $400 million. He accuses Lively of orchestrating a strategic PR takedown aimed at removing him from the project, or at least discrediting him enough to gain creative control. According to Baldoni's side, these allegations are a weapon designed to overshadow his contributions and tarnish his image. Then there's the slow dance footage. This unedited clip, supposedly filmed during a scene between the main characters, has become a flashpoint. Lively's team insists that it validates her allegations, arguing that you can see the exact type of overly familiar, unwanted contact she described. Meanwhile, Baldoni's reps say the footage proves the opposite. In their view, the dance is just two actors improvising. They claim it captures nothing beyond normal set interaction. Who's right? That may be up to the courts and the court of public opinion, both of which have strong opinions indeed. Adding to this swirl, Lively's complaint apparently references what she calls a toxic set environment, rife with tension. Baldoni insists any tension was the result of Lively and others trying to control the script and overshadow his directorial authority. So you have two drastically different narratives. The only certainty is that lines are drawn, and they're drawn deep. The result? A legal standoff the industry hasn't seen in a while, with each side convinced they're in the right. Here's where the story takes a wild left turn. While no one initially suspected Ryan Reynolds of meddling, an anonymous source, cited by Candace Owens and spread across social media, claims that he's the hidden power broker. According to these allegations, Reynolds visited the set, saw raw footage, read updated scripts, and flew into a rage about certain creative decisions. Fans are scratching their heads, wondering what possible motive he'd have for stepping into a project that he wasn't starring in or directing. Some insiders, again, purely speculation, believe Reynolds was protective of Blake Lively. After all, they're married, and it wouldn't be the first time a spouse stepped in to shield their partner from an uncomfortable work environment. Alternatively, others suspect he wanted more control for personal or professional reasons. Maybe he viewed It Ends With Us as a significant next step in Lively's career and wanted to ensure it soared to success. One rumor even suggests that Reynolds marched into the production offices, or possibly Baldoni's talent agency, and demanded that changes be made immediately. The story goes that he wanted lines rewritten, intimate scenes toned down, or elements of the script drastically altered. Some fans wonder if Reynolds was trying to pivot the film's tone, worried that a gritty or dark storyline might clash with Lively's brand. Of course, these are all unconfirmed theories, but the chatter has grown so loud that many people now question whether Reynolds, not Lively or Baldoni, is the real force driving this entire conflict. Baldoni's defenders argue that Reynolds' alleged interference is what truly ignited the powder keg. They claim the project was humming along until that fateful day he arrived on set. From then on, everything changed. Baldoni reportedly found his creative authority challenged at every turn, and tension ratcheted up among the cast and crew. This is the kind of speculation that can't easily be dismissed. After all, friction between major Hollywood names can happen when creative visions collide. But so far, No public statement from Reynolds has confirmed or denied these claims. Enter Candace Owens, the conservative political commentator with a knack for diving headfirst into public feuds and controversies. Owens has been speaking openly about the "it ends with us" situation, suggesting she has sources on the inside feeding her details that the mainstream media is ignoring. According to Owens, her contact insists Ryan Reynolds is the central figure behind the entire fiasco, far more than Lively or Baldoni. Naturally, Owens' involvement has set social media ablaze. Her supporters applaud her for shining a light on the alleged secrets of Hollywood's PR machine. Meanwhile, critics question her credibility, suggesting she's using the situation to generate more attention for herself. Regardless of where one stands, her statements have sparked huge engagement, posts and videos discussing the drama trend for days, fueling debates among fans who are now deeply divided on which side to believe. Some viewers say they're fed up with Hollywood's constant drama and are inclined to trust Owens because she's perceived as an outsider. Others believe her track record shows that she often amplifies controversies for her own platform. Whatever your personal view, there's no denying that her presence adds yet another controversial figure to an already tangled web. Fans are split in countless directions. Some blame Lively for leveraging a legal complaint to wrest control from Baldoni. Others insist Baldoni must have overstepped professional boundaries. And then you have the segment that believes Ryan Reynolds is orchestrating everything from the shadows, with Owens revealing the truth. Everyone's pointing fingers, and the chaos just keeps intensifying.
It's called Discovery, where they share all of the information that may prove her case, and also Justin will seek information that will prove his. The only problem is that Justin's side is now responding, saying, hey, this isn't right. They just want blanket call logs of everything that went down. They'll use this to smear my client. So I'm going to share what Justin Baldoni had to say, but let's just do a quick refresher of the subpoenas, and then we've got our lawyer friend explaining why they think this is all just PR. So, sending out a series of subpoenas to cell carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, as well as alleged social media manipulator Jed Wallace, the Gossip Girl vet, and Ryan Reynolds want to get a look at the real receipts.
As if this story wasn't star-studded enough, Taylor Swift's name has been thrown into the mix. She's famously good friends with Blake Lively, someone Swift regularly praises for creativity and brand savvy. But how did the superstar singer-songwriter get roped into a legal battle about a film she isn't even starring in? According to fan theories, strictly rumor, mind you, Swift may have been present at a private meeting where significant script changes were discussed. Swift's immense cultural influence could, if these rumors hold even a grain of truth, apply pressure to the project's direction. Some fans suggest Swift might have offered her own creative feedback, which led Lively to push for rewrites. Others believe her involvement was more casual, perhaps just supporting her friend in a stressful moment. Still, the speculation ramped up when screenshots circulated showing group texts referencing Taylor's notes. While none of this is confirmed, the mere mention of Swift's name adds more heat to the fire. Could her potential cameo in the script decisions have contributed to a standoff between Lively and Baldoni? Did Ryan Reynolds draw Swift into the conversation, hoping to support Lively's perspective? For now, there's zero proof that Swift officially weighed in. Both her team and Lively's reps have declined to comment on the rumored meeting, leaving fans to fill in the blanks. Yet many believe it's no coincidence that a cultural titan like Swift is rumored to have had behind-the-scenes opinions, especially given her close bond with Lively. Whether or not this rumor is anywhere near the truth, it's more fuel on an already raging fire. In today's Hollywood, a headline-grabbing scandal wouldn't be complete without leaks, receipts, and a little online theatrics. Justin Baldoni's team launched a website. Some say it's called thalawuinfo.com, where they posted never-before-seen text messages, emails, and behind-the-scenes tidbits. Their goal? To refute Blake Lively's allegations, push back against the swirling rumors, and regain control of the narrative. Among the leaked materials are alleged text exchanges between Baldoni, Lively, and yes, even Ryan Reynolds. Baldoni's camp claims these conversations show nothing problematic from his end. Instead, they suggest Lively was the one making demands. In one snippet, Baldoni thanks Lively for certain script changes, but expresses concern over Ryan's reaction. In another, there are references to an unnamed power move that Baldoni implies was orchestrated by someone else behind the scenes. A veiled nod to Reynolds, perhaps. Lively's team has shot back, labeling these releases a deliberate character assassination by Baldoni. They argue the posted texts and emails only show partial context, leaving out any damning bits that might support Lively's claims. Meanwhile, some fans are convinced Baldoni's website is a game changer, praising the transparency of sharing raw receipts. Others suspect it's a strategic maneuver: release a curated slice of evidence, shape the public narrative, and keep the juiciest details tucked away for court.
But if you're here because you think there's some bombshell in here, as her lawyers were alluding to, oh, wait until everybody sees everything, you're gonna be sorely disappointed, because if clickbait was an amendment, this is it, okay? I cannot believe it. And there's so much more going on here. Now we really see the target of everything, I think, really the linchpin for her lawsuit, the person that she went after. We have to discuss Isabella.
Whichever side you lean toward, it's clear both Lively and Baldoni, and possibly Reynolds, are engaged in a high-stakes PR chess match. Media outlets are devouring every new leak, while social media fans hash out theories in real time. It's a testament to how quickly stories can shift when a single text or snippet of raw footage sees the light of day. And in Hollywood, controlling the narrative is everything. Just when you think the story has reached its apex, it twists again. Reports indicate both sides are gearing up for a grueling discovery phase, ready to subpoena phone records, call logs, and potentially any messages that might reveal who said what and when. Some watchers say Lively's team wants to confirm the veracity of Baldoni's leaks, while Baldoni's counsel might be seeking to prove that Lively or Ryan Reynolds intentionally orchestrated negative coverage. There's also talk of a monumental hearing date, though the details remain fuzzy. Legal experts note that if these cases move forward, the depositions could be explosive. Imagine major stars placed under oath, forced to answer pointed questions about on-set conduct and behind-the-scenes strategy. For big names like Lively and Reynolds, celebrated for their wholesome public images, a damaging leak or a slip-up in testimony could be catastrophic. Baldoni, too, stands to lose if these allegations are proven. Careers can crumble fast in Hollywood if a scandal turns nuclear. Many are also worried that It Ends With Us may be overshadowed by legal drama, with fans more focused on real-life tensions than the film's actual content. Some insiders speculate the film's release timeline might be pushed back or reworked entirely, especially if the controversy threatens to overshadow its box office potential. On the flip side, there's a chance this swirl of controversy could drive curiosity and ticket sales. Hollywood's history has shown that sometimes a scandal can boost a project's visibility. Either way, the stakes are sky high. Reputations are on the line, and multiple careers could be impacted by a final legal outcome. With each passing day, it seems new details creep into the spotlight. Fans are strapped in for a roller coaster of revelations, anxiously waiting to see if Ryan Reynolds will make a definitive public statement to clear his name, or if more speculation will further muddy the waters. So, is Ryan Reynolds really the puppet master in this chaotic Hollywood saga? Or are rumors simply fueling a wildfire of misunderstanding? We have Blake Lively alleging inappropriate behavior, Justin Baldoni countering with claims of a massive PR takedown, and Candace Owens insisting she has proof that Reynolds is the true agitator. Meanwhile, leaked texts, raw dance footage, and possible cameos from Taylor Swift add more layers to a story already bursting with drama. Here's the bottom line. Nobody outside the inner circle can confirm with 100% certainty who's telling the whole truth. The official court cases and potential depositions might offer more concrete answers, but until that happens, it's an ever-shifting puzzle. One thing is certain, Hollywood hasn't seen a storyline this tangled in a while, and it's capturing global attention in real time. What do you think? Is It Ends With Us now destined to be remembered for its off-camera storms rather than its on-screen romance? Or will these lawsuits and accusations fade away, letting the film stand on its own merits? Drop a comment below with your theories. Are you Team Lively, Team Baldoni, or do you think the real culprit is Ryan Reynolds? As always, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll be tracking every new twist and turn in this unfolding controversy. You won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned for more updates on the drama that's shaken Tinseltown. Until then, keep your eyes peeled for any new behind-the-scenes leaks, last-minute revelations, or shocking statements from any of the key players. This story is far from over, and if one thing's for sure, it's that Hollywood loves a sequel.